Hello guys, look at that. I can't even open it. It's a nice way to start a week. It is Monday. I started last night in bed. You can see what it's like. The light sensitivity is ridiculous. Called the doctors, they're all full. Called my opticians, they're all full. But my optician called a different optician, completely different, not just a different branch, but a different optician. I go to Boots and they called Vision Express, and sorry, I can't look up because the light's really hurting me, and they've given me an emergency appointment, so I'm just waiting on Darren coming into the car to take me. Darren does nothing fast, so I'm just gonna have to wait. I just doesn't, it's so sore, I'm so worried about it. And then this dietitian's coming to see my mum at 12:30, so I have to go to that appointment as well. It's now it's coming up on 11, so should be in there around about 11 o'clock. I don't know what time it is, I've no idea, to be honest with you. Somewhere around 11, maybe just after. So, I'll let you know how I get on. I can't even show you because the light is killing me. I'll speak to you later.
You're not having a good day, dear. Bless you. Yeah, I do. They might even be matching today.
Hello, so let's catch you up. Did I record after I came out? I'm not sure. I have a bad corneal ulcer in this eye. She said it's pretty bad. It's right in the middle. I can't tell. I don't know if you can. I can't see what I'm looking at. She said it's quite central to the middle of my eye, so I don't know if you can see anything there. So she's given me these things, which are, I hope that's not back to front for you, it is as I'm looking at it. It's got 1% of this, whatever it is, as opposed to the normal eye drops, which is 0.5 chloramphenicol. Chloramphenicol. Paraffin white petroleum. Jesus. Right, so I have to go back on Wednesday. This is Monday, and she says if it's not improving, I need referred to the hospital. Basically, it can, if it heals, it can heal with a scar, which means my vision will be permanently affected. At the minute, my vision's really blurry in this eye, but you can lose an eye, so it's a bit scary. She said to come back on Wednesday, they'll reassess and see where we're at. She said it is a pretty nasty one. She said, I'm really surprised you're sitting there like you are, because most people with this degree of ulceration are properly curled up in pain with the light. And I said the main light that I said outside is excruciating. The sunlight and the daylight is really difficult. It's like daggers. But when she knew I had what I've got, basically if you have a chronic pain condition, anyone watching this will know, your pain threshold's pretty damn high because you're in pain constantly. So I'm just really lucky I've been, because one of the stories I was watching about how to treat it, how you get it, one of the most common reasons for getting them is contact lens wearers wearing their lenses for too long and having dry eye, which I think I have in this eye. So I think that's what's happened. I've had to bin all my lenses, the cases. She said, did you get rid of the case the last time? And I said, no, which is right, get rid of the case, get rid of the drops, get rid of the solution, get rid of the contacts. She said, you'll probably need to switch to daily from monthly contacts. But I have to put this stuff in every hour, which I've been doing, and it's horrible. It's like putting Vaseline in your eye. You can see nothing. And then after 48 hours, I can go down to every it's written downstairs. I think it's every 2 to 5 hours, which is a big gap. I'll be putting as much in as I can before this appointment on Wednesday, so I can't drive, bad vision, and at the minute I'm not going outside because it's too painful. When it gets later on in the evening and lights and TV really hurts, it's stinging like crazy right now. So I'm going to put this stuff in. I'll update you about my mum first. Dietitian came, they weighed her. Now my mum is taller than me. I'd say if she was able to stand, my mum's about, I'd say 5'8", potentially 5'9". She's a lot taller than me. I'm only 5'6", short hours. And we were expecting between 5 and 6 stone, which is obviously way too light. She is 4 stone 11, so she's under. That's 30 kilograms, 30.9 kilogram, I think it was, which is just, the weight's just dropped off her. She's given us a ton of stuff to try. I don't know if we'll have any success. We will try, but if we're not successful, then she needs to be tube fed, which is a procedure where they put a tube into your stomach. It's not up through the nose like I thought. It is in through the abdomen, straight into the stomach. I think that's the way we're going to end up going, but we'll have to try all avenues first. She was really thorough. She was there for ages. She was really nice. Lots of advice. So I went to Tesco and did like a big shop of things like full fat milk, double cream. She gave me these things to put into, like, say if you make an Angel Delight up, you put these like special shots in them that like add 300 calories. So yeah, we've got things to try. We've got I'll make another cottage pie and bring it in because it's one of the few things she's eating. She can't eat anything that needs chewing, so like any meat like chicken or pork or beef, she just can't. It's too much. She's too tired. And the woman said that's very normal. The actual exertion from eating is too much for people, and that's why they lose their appetite. So she said even though it's maybe seems like not the best thing, most of the things I've given her are like milkshakes and desserts, like vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. She said even though that may not seem like the best thing to be eating, she said it's higher calorie content and it's better than like sandwiches bread, which is just over 100 calories in a sandwich, whereas one of the little bottles is like 300, and then she gave us these little desserts and they're like 3 something, almost 4. We have to try and get 4 into her a day. So we'll see how we get on. Obviously I'm not there every day. My dad will try his best. She's writing an instruction plan for the carers to try as well. So I'll be back in again on Wednesday because I have the opticians for my update, see whether I'm going to hospital or not. That'll be fun. I really don't want, she said if it doesn't start to heal, you're potentially looking at a corneal transplant or you could lose your eye. It's like, no, don't tell me that, please. She says, we just have to tell you everything. She said, on the other hand, it could respond really well and it could start to heal, but we should see one way or another. She says, we need to get you in pretty quickly. So I'm back on Wednesday to see if this has made any difference. I think I'll be able to tell tonight because that's when it's particularly bad, where it just constantly, it runs all night long. I've just had to change the bed and like get rid of towels so that it's new towels, new bed and new pillowcases, new contact lens case, new contact lens solution, which obviously I'm not using my lenses yet, but just getting rid of everything that I may have got infection on. So I'm going to put this on now so you can see. It's absolutely disgusting. Do not use this ointment if you're allergic. Oh god, it's coming out on its own, what you? Yeah, well that's useful, wasn't it? Why is this coming out on its own? Once I've taken the lid off. That's weird. Can you see that? Right, so I have to pull this down. I can't actually see what I'm doing. And put about 1 centimetre. She said look up and then close your eye and let that sit for a minute. And then you look, you see that I'm not squeezing that. Oh, Now I need to wash this. Apparently these are, look, it keeps coming. That's my air freshener giving a squeeze. I'll need to clean that with an anti-bac wipe or something. But my eyes all stuck together now and really gammy, and it's not pleasant. It's horrible. You can see that, look. So I have to do that every hour. I've been doing it every hour from when I first went in, so we shall see how we get on. I will check back in and let you know how it is tomorrow. Can't think of anything else. So the wheelchair people are coming on Thursday to look at changing my mum's headrest because they're having problems with that. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm not going out of the house tomorrow. There's things I need to do, but with this eye, I've had such bad headaches. I can't start anything that requires effort. I want to go through my wardrobe and get rid of a lot of stuff that doesn't fit. There's weeding that needs done, but those two things are too strenuous and they take too long, so I don't know what I'll end up doing tomorrow. I can't sit idle though, I'm incapable of doing it. I can't take Sophie and Kira out this week because I can't drive and I'm back at the opticians on Wednesday afternoon. Then I'll call in with my dad on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm in the morning for that wheelchair appointment, so I'll hopefully have a nice shepherd's pie to bring in. I do like a big massive dish, so it does about 8 servings. What else? We've got a barbecue on Friday night. Frances, the leader of the Scouts, the woman, is having a barbecue. I am expecting her to say she's leaving Scouts. That's what I think she may be doing. I have no idea what's going to happen. I really hope not, because Eugene, who's the main big kahuna sort of thing, he leaves at the end of the year, and we're going to struggle with him leaving if he's not replaced. If Frances leaves, that leaves for Scouts 1 full-time leader. The second one is a paramedic, and she only can work when she's not on shift, so she can have 6 weeks in a row where she's not available. I'm not putting myself out there to do every week because they take the piss out of me, and the more you give, the more they just take. So we'll see what happens, but me and Darren sort of have to go down on Friday because it's going to look pretty damn bad if we don't. We just live up the road from each other, so that's Friday night. And then I don't know what's happening after that. I have no idea. Isaac has another week off after this week, so next week, and then he's back on, I believe it's the 3rd of September. So kids here have much longer holidays. They finish at the end of June. They have all of July, all of August, and they're always back first week of September. And it was the same when I was at school. But there are 2 weeks in the middle of a year that they don't get, that the kids in England do get. I think it's a half term that you get that we don't. But still, in saying that, we have a full 8 weeks off. And I'm sure there's kids over summer only getting 4 weeks. I don't know, you can let me know. If it's 6 weeks that you get, then that sort of tallies, that's about normal, because we miss out somewhere else, which I can't remember where it is. But yeah, I shall update you guys to the old gammy paper tomorrow and let you know how it's getting on.
Oh, bless.
Hello, so update, gammy eye. If you're looking at all this greasy stuff, it's the ointment I have to keep putting in this eye. Dobby, please. Apparently my ulcer is, I try not to look at myself, 6 o'clock, just below the pupil. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see it. So I've just been to the opticians again, and they said there does seem to be some improvement. She said if it wasn't for the fact there is an improvement to your vision, I would be sending you to hospital because it's not how we want it to be. But she's seeing me again tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. She wanted to see me on Friday, but she had no free appointments, so she didn't want me to wait till Monday. She said it can go either way really quickly, and it's dangerous. Basically, you can end up with your sight badly impacted, blind, or needing a corneal implant, so that's great. But she said it does look to be going the right way. There is improvement. I want to see, she's seeing me after her last client tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. So, fingers crossed. I'm going to have to switch from, my lenses are monthlies. I'm going to have to switch to dailies, which I'm assuming is going to fucking cost me a lot more money. We shall see. So it's like new lenses every single day. But I have been having problems on and off with my eyes for quite a while, so it's probably a good idea. So you can sort of see that the eyeball's not as red as it was. The eyeball's sort of coming back to the normal colour, but it's still pretty swollen here, and it hurts. Although the pain is nowhere near as bad as it was. So keep putting loads of stuff in my eye. Back tomorrow night. I'll not have lenses in for at least a week after it's healed, so I've no desire to put lenses in, I have to be honest with you. So yeah, Darren is currently hoovering the car. We switch our car over tomorrow. We get our new car tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, obviously, but it's fully electric, which I'm a bit nervous about, it has to be said. I'd prefer if it was, what's that word? I can't remember, hybrid, where it's both. It is a Skoda, I've forgotten, it's a Skoda something. No, it's gone. It's black. We switch our car every 3 years, so this is obviously, it's on a rental scheme through the dealership. My parents help us with it also. It means we don't pay tax, we don't pay insurance, we don't pay any upkeep. When Darren was added onto when he learnt to drive, which I can't remember how long he's been driving now, but when they went to put him on my insurance, the insurance was going to increase by £500, and it's like, what? On top of what I paid already? It's like, oh my god. And every car I always had was a heap of shit, basically. I've always driven real buckets, rust buckets, nails, always. And my parents are like, right, well, we'll help you. Initially, I was going to be maybe entitled to it because of what I've got wrong with me, but I didn't really want to go down that route, because basically the benefits agency decides off and on whether they think you're entitled to stuff, and I couldn't have things taken off me, giving it back, taken away, giving it back, taken away. And there's such a fight to get anything these days, or to be entitled to anything. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we found out about it, the whole thing initially through, or the initial car we had, should I say, was through being able to get it through mobility. But now what we do is we pay half and my parents pay half every month, which is really good of them, but it's sort of like, because they need us so much and because I'm in there all the time, we need a car that's reliable. And initially the cars I had was breaking down all the time, so it's why we've got the car we've got now, and every 3 years they change it. So it does, when you count up insurance and MOT and tax and maintenance and stuff, you're not actually paying that much more. So, well, you are if I was paying all of it, but obviously I'm not paying all of it, so it works out well for us. So that's what's happening. Darren's currently hoovering it because I daren't have any dust flying around me with my eye. I've cleaned the interior out, like I've wiped back down all surfaces. The car's been fully washed. I've taken everything out of it. But so that's what's happening at the moment. This is Wednesday. Tomorrow morning I'm in at my mum's. The wheelchair people are coming out to look at the headrest and see if there's anything they could do better with the headrest for her. Then we're going to get the car. Then I have my optician's appointment. Isaac has jiu-jitsu. Can't remember what's happening on Friday. It's Friday night I've got a barbecue to go to. I've probably already mentioned this, one of the leaders, Francis, is having a barbecue. There's actually only probably about half of the scout leaders going, so I thought it looked pretty bad if I didn't, given I just live up the road from her, like 2 minutes. So we'll go to do that, but everybody else will be drinking alcohol and we're both on the iron brew. But yeah, nothing of any interest happening as yet. I shall let you see the car when we get it tomorrow. I know nothing about charging or bugger all else at the minute, but we shall see. I always worry that you're going to be halfway somewhere and something will happen. Like, sometimes you don't know that you're going to have to drive a certain distance, and I think the car on full charge does 200 and something miles. So for example, if we go to a concert in Dublin, thinking about next year, it'll go one way but it won't go both, so it'll have to be charged. So yeah, he's in the boot now, so hopefully it's a good hoover he's doing. He wanted not to wash it at all. He says they said there's no point washing it because I have to wash it anyway. And I'm like, the car is filthy. There's dead flies, you know, like the windscreen. And our car hasn't been washed since I last did it. And I think I recorded that probably 2 months ago. At least a month. It's filthy. I was not giving the car back like that. There was no way. So it's been washed. They probably wash it again, but I'm not handing it back like that. So yeah, I shall check in with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the old eye will sort itself out given time, but it seems to be going the right way. I shall check in with you guys later. So we're in our new car. Shall I give you a look at everything? Okay, well, there's not an awful lot to give you a look at yet. I'll let you see outside it obviously, but I mean, this is something else. It's got like a Siri, like an Alexa, so I say okay and the person's name is Laura, and you can give it a postcode and it sets it in your sat nav. You can set the temperature in the right way. Okay Laura, set the temperature to 18 degrees.
Got it. I'll set the temperature at the front left to 18.0 degrees.
So Darren can have, let's try this. Okay Laura, set the driver's side temperature to 19 degrees.
Got it. I'll set the temperature at the front right to 19.0 degrees.
And you can get it to come on before you get in it to like warm it up and clear the windows. You do it electronically. It's madness. So it does loads of things that we've no idea half of it yet. There it is, you see, it's the... I'm hoping that we can like have our own little screen on. Before when I was looking at it, it had like... I wonder, can I do this now? No. I need to install this app, which it wasn't allowing me to do, so yeah, I'll let you see it when we get out of it. But yeah. So I've just been into my mum's, and sorry, you're going to shake about a bit because my arm's wobbling here. Have to get obviously the things set up in the car. They've been and moved her headrest in her wheelchair, so it's a little bit, my fingers in the way, a little bit more comfy for her now. This is really not comfortable. It'd be good if I could set that there like that and it stayed there, but it's not going to. You can actually put the sucker on. Let's say. I'm just trying to make this as easy as I can, and we haven't got any set up in the car yet for this. I am a bit worried though, because is that saying 75 now? So why was it saying 60s? Pay attention to the road. That's what it's telling me. It thinks Darren's poking with the controls. Yeah, so my mum's got a headrest moved. She seemed a little bit brighter initially today, and I could understand about half of what she was saying. She's still completely confused, obviously, but we have to.
She read your t-shirt.
She started reading my t-shirt, and she's talking about fall, and I'm like, what do you mean fall? I've got a fallen in reverse t-shirt on, and she was reading it. So there you go. What else can I tell you? Darren cut my dad's hedge. Brendan's been down a couple of days in a row, my dad's friend, to help him sand the shed. I think it was. I know her, but I don't know.
Jesus.
What?
He's just cut straight across that black car.
I was looking at the thing in the middle of the road.
Oh,
So yeah, I'll let you see the car when we get out. I have to go back to the opticians tonight with my eye. Anything else to tell you other than show you the car?
can we not call it that name? Because it's Elrock, so it's a Spanish name.
What? No. Darren wants to call the car puta, which is Spanish for every swear word you can. It means
Puta Elrock.
madre puta means motherfucker. That does not mean that puta means fucker, because it doesn't. It also means whore. If someone in Spain swears, they'll call you a puta. It can also mean a bitch. So basically puta is really offensive, so obviously Darren remembers that word. If you've watched Money Heist, which if you haven't watched it, it's amazing. La Casa de Papel. You hear the word puta just loads.
Just got to get past this.
So I've still got no makeup on and my glasses on. I hate it. I look like a disaster zone. The woman said to me today, I never noticed before, but you look so much like your mum. And my mum looks like death, to be honest with you, at the minute. And I'm like, yeah. No other way to tell me I look like shit, really. Because everybody says, oh, your mum looks, she's so failed, she doesn't look well at all. So that was a nice compliment for me today. Well, I know I look like my mum. I've been told I look like my mum hundreds of times. What else? I think that's it, really. So there was no mention of the money back. When you hand your car back, you get a good condition handback money. Because when you get a new car, you have to pay an upfront payment, and I've just had to pay £500 on my credit card, which I obviously cannot afford to have £500 sitting on my credit card. So we're like the payment that we get back, I'm hoping for at least £250 or £300 for good condition, and then we just have to pay the rest back over time. But he made no mention of that.
Yeah, but we do get it. It's probably just forgotten.
Are you sure?
We're kind of bombarded with random stuff about dogs in houses.
There was a lovely little Datsun there with, you know, the little doggy wheelchairs where their back legs don't work and they have the wheels. And he was gorgeous. Apparently he's been that way for 4 years and he's really happy. He looked really healthy and happy.
He had a luxury bed.
He had a luxury bed in the car. We saw it and like, oh, look at that. And then when we saw him in the shop, like, that's whose bed that is. So anyway, I'll switch you off because I want to get my air freshener out. I want to do a tiny bit of... It's weird because this is like, it's almost like denim.
Yeah.
It's really strange. It's like...
After 700 yards, leave the roundabout at
It's
the
like
third
cloth.
exit and continue to follow
And
the
the
road
seats
towards M2.
or that thing as well. So yeah, oh, I don't think that was not going to fit my misery thing, is it? Or not misery, my shining thing. We'll find out now.
Please. Surprise with your next door.
So there's a pickle neck. I'd have been crossfeed it. That's our little air freshener. Now this I bought for a hang. I thought it was a hanging air freshener. I have to double check. It's like when you take the lid off, which I can't do with one hand. It's like the little skull. It's like you can put liquid in it. So I'm assuming maybe like oil or something, and then tie it up. So I'm going to bring it in the house and check. So the pickle neck's there now. Pickle, it's Nicolas Cage as a pickle neck.
Pickle Rick, you say pickle neck.
Yeah. And
I'm a pickle.
these are too big. These little shining. Darren could probably do with cotton. So if I try and do it, I'll make a hash of it. Cut a little bit off the outside to make it fit properly. And I think all this lights up.
Yeah, you can pick your colour as well.
But we'll have a good fiddle with it in time. But yeah. Here we go. This is her. We haven't got a name yet. Skoda. Darren's taking the John Mulholland sticker out. Oh, I've got an addition to make. Hello. It is Friday evening. No, it's not. It's Saturday morning. It's like 12:15, midnight. Just back from the barbecue. What a spread they put on. I lost count of the amount of bowls they had with different things in. Pasta salads, potato salads, like beetroot, and like just all posh stuff. Loads and loads of posh stuff, and pickles, and hot dogs, and chicken skewers, and burgers. And I've never been to a posher barbecue in all my life. We were both stone cold sober because, well, I don't really like drinking and how I feel the next day. But you're really conscious that everyone else is drunk, and I'm like quite quiet in a crowd. So I feel really awkward. And then people that are drinking are like, oh, you have to drink, and next time you have to drink. So just a bit awkward. A lot of people there. I'm more comfortable in smaller groups. But my eye appointment went well. She said I still have the scar. It's not healed fully. It will leave that scar. But my vision is well on the way back to 2020. Your vision's considerably better than it was on Monday. Keep using the ointment for the rest of the week. She advised not to wear contacts still for a while, and switch to daily contacts rather than monthlies, and these special eye drops I have to use now as well that you can use with contact lenses. So hopefully that'll prevent the issue from reoccurring. And that's it at the minute, really. The dietitian called me again that was out on Monday. She's really good. She's really thorough, and she's doing as much as she can for my mum, which is awesome. I still haven't got to drive the car, but, you know, Darren's really happy with it. He's loving it, especially the fact that he doesn't have to, he hits a hill start, and in an automatic, if you've ever driven one, all you have to do is keep your foot on the brake, and when you're ready to move, just to take your foot off the brake, and it starts to pull you forward. There's no riding of the clutch required. I find automatics, like, I like the art of driving, so I find it really lazy. I prefer a gearbox, but automatic's obviously easier. So, yeah, what else can I think of? I think that's about it. I am now going to bed because I'm shattered. Socialising zaps me because I'm just not... I'm fine amongst small groups of people I'm comfortable with, but I don't know a lot of them very well. So, you know, I get a bit uncomfy. If it was a smaller group, I wouldn't so much. But, yeah, I shall check in with you guys over the weekend. So, I showed you the car already, but we're going to charge it for the first time. Haven't charged it yet. This is the little charger, which is, oh my god, which is currently switched off. Oh, Darren's just switched it on. Connecting to internet. Can you see that? There we go. My hands are covered in spider webs. Spooger webs. Look at all these spider webs. Oh, we're going to have to start cleaning this, honestly. This has been in for like several months. We're still connecting to the internet. I'll switch it back on when... I'll get Darren to plug it in for you. Switch it back on when it's set. Right. Darren's going to do it before I'm round to film or say it.
Yeah, just pretend I've just done it. Right, it says it's in.
Let me see your app.
It's not showing an awful lot.
Alright, we'll go back around to there's a spider living on it. Underneath it. Can you see it? Underneath the charger. Alright, let's go back over here. Charger locked. Use your app to unlock the charger.
Alright, I'm doing it now. Yeah. It should change now. I've just approved
Target 100%. I thought they'd locked it at 80. 7.1. By 20 past 2 it says. Finalising. Added so far. 0%.
It says estimated total cost £19. Change max charge to 80%.
I thought that he'd already set that. Hello, this is flattering, not. So getting ready for bed, just going into my wee cupboard. honestly. Last time you saw me, we were charging the car, which only one person can have it on an app, which Darren has. He'd forgotten his password, he didn't write it down, he couldn't find any way to reset the password, he didn't know how to switch it from charge as quickly as possible to slowly so it's cheaper, so we had to give up until later. And he's like, well, I wasn't wanting to charge it till later tonight. And it's like, but you're the only one with access to this information because I can't get in the app. You would have thought you would have like had all this, you know, honestly. So it's just on charge now. We plugged it in at 10:30. Apparently it shall be ready at 8 o'clock in the morning, slow charge, and it will cost £9.94 to add 50% on to the, I think it's at about 30% at the minute, and they recommend you never charge them above 80. I will be charging it above 80 when we go to Dublin, but other than that I won't. They recommend to go up to 80, so we'll see how many miles that does. I still remain to be convinced that it's going to save money. So I have 3 diaries, guys. I have this little Mickey Mouse one, which I write stuff that's gone on with my mum. I have this Cobra Kai one, which is pretty cool, where I record health stuff about me, symptoms every single day, so that I can keep a log, know what's causing things. If I'm particularly sore, particularly tired, I can look at patterns, which the doctor had told me to do. And then just this one, which is just like a page a day, random, just what happened that day sort of thing. I write everything down so I never forget anything. So what's going in the one for my mum today is, I apologise, I know this is terrible recording, but I'm trying to do it now so I don't do everything in the car. So 23rd today, it is Saturday, it's just gone into Sunday. I have to do a grocery shop on the app as well. So this morning I had a phone call from the carers at about 9:30 to say, I've maybe mentioned this before, that my mum has hospital bedsides. They pull them up, but there's a little gap in the middle. Right, understand that I live 12 miles from my parents, but about 15 now actually. They phoned me to say the carer's gone in, your mum's got her leg stuck in the bedside, like the sides that come up, she's put her leg through and got it stuck, and the carer can't get her leg out. And I'm thinking, right, I was sleeping, I was gone to the world, and she woke me out of a sleep. How my brain thought as quickly as it did. Now my brain was going, wake my dad up. My brain was also going, hang on a minute, if your carer can't get the leg out, am I Superwoman? Have I got a secret ability here that no one knows about? So I said, I live 12 miles away. I said, we've only got one car and my husband's out in it at the moment. Can they not? My dad sleeps in the same room as my mum in a single bed, but they don't like to wake him. They'd rather phone me 12 miles away and make me get up out of bed, get dressed, go in. And that would take me, to get up, to get dressed really quickly and to get in there, would take me over half an hour. And that's what they wanted me to do. So they went away and says, right, well, we'll try that, and phoned me about 15 minutes later to say that they'd been successful. It's like, fucking hell. So I'm writing this in because you have to write every little thing. I can't do 2 things at once. I can't write and talk because I end up writing what I'm saying. Last night we went to a barbecue at Francis, the leader's house. Everyone was pissed apart from me and Darren, who were drinking Iron Brew. She said, oh, we have to get you down, you have to have a drink. But the barbecue she put on was amazing. The amount of stuff that she had on that table, I can't even begin to tell you. There was burgers and hot dogs, big like different dishes of all these different sides, like egg mayonnaise, potato salad, all freshly made, not like in packets. Like a pasta dish with like lots of little peppers and bits. There was, you know, like when you get beetroot and like a jelly type thing and something else in with it. There were like tiny new potatoes with herbs. There was just so much of everything. It was ridiculous, massive amounts of food. And then either carrot cake or apple pie for afters. To say I was still full today at lunchtime is no exaggeration, because I was. But you always feel a bit awkward when you don't know people really well that do know each other really well. I just felt, you know, that awkward sort of quietness, and you know people's going to be thinking, oh, well, she's really boring, she's really dull, which I think in all honesty I am. I seem to be quite dull compared to most people, and I never seem to be able to get to know people really well and be able to like be myself, because I get so socially anxious. And here comes Isaac. Yep.
Is it okay if I make some chocolate rolls?
Yeah, well, I had to buy new chocolate spread.
No way.
Yes, because you used the last of it again.
How?
Well,
I didn't use the last of it.
You were the one that left the chocolate packet out on the counter like you always do when it's finished, so I had to go today and buy a new one.
You're recording? Hello?
I am recording. I'm talking about last night and you've walked in.
What happened last night?
No, just a barbecue.
Barbecue.
I'm just doing an update on what I've been doing.
For your YouTube, yeah?
Yeah. Isaac's been to a driving range today.
I have a blister on my hand from that.
Well.
Okay, as I was doing like the...
Isaac, if you have chocolate rolls, you need to... Chocolate rolls is basically...
Let me explain.
Right, you explain.
So, you get a piece of bread, then you put butter on it, then you put chocolate spread on it, then you put a little lump of chocolate in the middle, then you put it in the microwave.
That's bloody why.
And then that little lump melts, and you spread that. Because since you've done that, now when you roll it, that acts as glue to keep it rolled.
And it's going through a ton of bloody chocolate spread. I had to switch from Nutella to a cheaper one because it was costing me a bloody fortune. Right, Isaac, leave it. Don't, Isaac. As long as you brush your teeth. Sure. I don't want to have to get up out of my bed to tell you to brush your teeth.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah, can you shut that door? Shut that door. Yeah, I don't know about any of you guys, but when you're around, like, say, a load of work colleagues or something like Scouts, I'm like the last person in kind of thing. I just feel really self-conscious, and I can't partake in a lot of the conversations because they're about places I haven't been, or things I haven't done, or people I don't know. But also, like, a lot of people are really comfortable telling stories and telling big long jokes and stuff, and I'm not, because I do not like people looking at me, and I don't like having the attention on me and people listening to me. I think I'd have been happier had it been a smaller group. There was, count how many there were. Cormac and Aidan, who were two explorers that became young leaders, so they're about 18, 19. Paul, who's a leader, and his fiancée. Frances, who was hosting the barbecue, and her husband. The leader that's a paramedic, Rita, and her husband. Danuta, who is the mum of one of the explorers and also the beaver leader. Kira, who is Frances's adult daughter. And Emma, who is Frances's daughter, who's the same age as Isaac, was like in and out as well. So including me and Darren, there were 13 of us, and to me that is a lot of people to be in one place. I just felt really awkward and dull and boring, and really obviously sober, and everybody else was like having great crack and being really loud, and it just makes me feel really, why am I so dull? You know, that sort of thing. Why am I so boring? But what can you do? I'm just trying to finish this bloody thing off. So Isaac's been away all day with Daniel and Callum, with Daniel's dad, to a driving range. I've never been to a driving range in my life. The last time I tried to play golf, other than crazy golf, was when my dad took me to a Portrush golf course, which is a big posh one. And I took loads of fucking clods of I think it's called divots. Divots or I think it's divots. Basically, I kept hitting the bloody ground and taking big clods of like soil with grass on it out. So I'm not the best at anything like... See, darts, if I hit the board, it's, you know, it's a thing to be celebrated. That's how bad I am at stuff. Alright, that's that one done. See, you never know when you're going to need these things. It's like so much stuff happens, and then you're like, well, what about when this happened? When did that happen? That didn't happen. Diary out. Well, yes, actually, on the 23rd of August that happened. So I realised that so at the front of my book, I've got like dates and how I felt that day. And at the back of my book, I like have tables where I have summarised it. You may think I'm a hypochondriac. The doctor suggested I do it to see basically what brings on certain things. A really weird one was, let's look at this one. I was on a, actually I've probably got the box in here. This is the pill that I'm on. It's called Sorel. I used to be on Cerazette, but they switched me to this Sorel. I don't know if that's because Cerazette doesn't exist anymore, or if it's because I'm a certain age, and I think I've got one thingy left. When I took that, I didn't have periods for years. Basically, for some reason, when you take certain pills, your period disappears. You maybe have a little bit of spotting here and there, but nothing worth talking about. And since I've lost weight, I've started to have, times of the month that have lasted like ridiculous amounts of time. But when I read up about it, it said that's normal. When you're when you're like perimenopausal, they do go mad and they can be really bad. I'll give you an example. From nothing, I had 5 days in February. The end of March, 5 at the end of March, leading into the start of April, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 days from March to April. I keep looking here because my phone's upside down. And then in May, this is ridiculous. From the 3rd of May to the 20th of May, so 17 days, I had bleeding in May. June, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that was from the 1st to the 7th. Then we have a break until the 25th, and then it started up again for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Then in July, from the 12th of July through to the 31st, so that's half of the month. And in August, just a little bit of spotting at the minute, nothing really bad. But I mean, it's interesting to make a note of these things so that you can spot and when you go to the doctor, this is the thing they always used to ask me, and when was the date of your last period? I don't fucking know. Now I do. So start noting these things down. So like yesterday, I have in my notes that I had nausea, I was tired, and I had a really sore back. Today is exactly the same, but I don't have any headaches or migraines. I have like little M's with circles and H's with circles. Like I've got about my eye in here and how long that took to sort itself out. So this is just after me telling you how incredibly dull and boring I am. So there you go, there's proof of that for you. But when you've got shitty health, you have to look into everything you can do to try and make yourself feel better. So today I have stayed in all day because I have been really tired. And then I got woke up early this morning by that bloody phone call about my mum's legs, which they managed to sort. It's like, in what world? We can't get your mum's legs out. Can you come in and do it? What, am I fucking superwoman? Am I Houdini or some shit? Escapologist? I have no idea. Right, I'm going to switch you off a minute to finish this and I'll switch you back on again. Right, we're ready for bed. Let me see if I can lie down and talk to you with my groovy back pillow and my 2 cushions on top of the back pillow. So, oh god, I can't see a thing because I've got this on top of a lump. Alright, that's a bit better. So, what was I going to say? My eye, I think, is fully back to normal. Well, it's not completely normal, but it's this one. So I think you can see the colour's really good, and that like the colour matches in both eyes now. I do still have a scar, but you can't really see it. So yeah, I stayed in all day today because I knew I needed to rest. My body was telling me, no, Lisa, you need to rest. I bought a pair of curtains off Amazon to try to get blackout in the room because the light comes in the window in the morning and it really keeps me awake. But I got them the size of the window, obviously wider than the window, but the drop's like about 5 inches below the windowsill. I didn't want as long a drop as the last curtains because they cover the radiator, which is no joy in winter. And loads of light comes out the top of these and out the bottom, so it's a fucking waste of money. They weren't expensive, to be fair, but I had a blackout blind for when Isaac was a baby, and it's got suckers and Velcro, but the suckers never stuck to the window. But it's really big. It's called a grow blanket or something. It's black with stars on it. So I bought some Velcro, and I put the Velcro round the window frame. Now, I don't think it's going to hold all night, but it's up at the minute. So it'll be really cool if I have a completely blacked out room tomorrow morning and get a bit of sleep. Something, oh my god, I was so tempted to do a YouTube video about it on my main channel because it's about stuff to do with movies and not really movies, but about some people in the community in general. I thought, no, I can't be bothered because I'm getting really self-conscious about people thinking I'm like a complete cowbag, because people have made reference, not being nasty, being, being pleasant and nice and stuff, but I seem to have a reputation of being very blunt and very outspoken, and it's like, oh, well, Lisa would probably say something much worse than that, or, oh, like, she's very straight, she'd probably said it's fucking awful. No, actually, Lisa would probably say something worse than that, and I'm thinking, why do so many people think I'm so nasty? I swear a lot, and I think I'm quite honest. I don't bullshit people, but I really didn't think I came across like I was a complete cowbag. Please tell me in the comments if you think I'm more forthright than most people. Darren says it's because most people are full of shit. I don't know, but he would try to be nice, wouldn't he? But anyway, I'm going to be a bitch now. I'm not going to talk about this anywhere else because people would say I'm being a bitch, but I'll talk to you about it here. It's really beginning to fuck me off, to be quite honest. People on YouTube think Darren's coming. Pleading poverty constantly. I can't do this, I've no money. I can't go here, I've no money. I can't buy this, I've no money. And I'll just wait till Darren comes in and out so that I'm not broken off mid-flow. I'm talking to me. I'm vlogging.
You're vlogging?
Yeah, I'm having a fucking rant about what I was talking about earlier. I haven't started yet. Just people fucking ripping other people off, basically.
Dobby, that's not your bed.
Get over to your bed, Dobby. Yes. Hello. Go to beds. You go to beds over there. She's coming. There's Molly. Why is she up here? But she shouldn't be up here if Dobby's not up here. Of course she fucking knows. She's not that stupid.
Dobby's very tired. She's getting in a bed. Very tired, aren't you? She's been outside at the park.
He wanted to go to Belfast on Wednesday because somebody that he met at Auchengillan, their band are playing in HMV on Wednesday. But I've got my mum at the neurologist. It's like, and I said to him, I have to go downtown with my mum on Wednesday after, because if I don't, then I'll have to go in on Tuesday as well. And because I can't take Kira and what's-her-face out on Wednesday, I'll have to do that on a different day. I says it's taken my whole week up at this point. Like, if it had been any other fucking day but Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking with the, can you hear me still? With the amount of complaining me and you have done about people not giving us any help, it's not going to look right if we don't go to the neurologist.
No,
even though I don't feel there's any point because they can't do anything, at least they'll be able to see how she is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll be able to tell them what's happened. So I can't miss it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt to miss something else. Oh, the babble's there.
Okay. Can you shut the door here? Yeah, Isaac wanted to go up to Belfast on Wednesday because some scouts that he met on his trip away, one of them's got a band and they're playing in HMV on Wednesday, but it's like, I try to facilitate as much as I can that he wants to do, but I can't always, it's difficult. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, now, I probably complain that I'm skint quite a lot, because I am, but when people buy me things that I haven't asked for, I feel uncomfortable. Something now and again, as is fine. That's not a big issue, but I've seen people in the community constantly plead poverty and drop hints about stuff that they want, and other kind-hearted, natured people sending them the stuff that they want, then the same person that pled poverty and couldn't afford X, Y, and Z is out buying a ton of films, is going to loads of cons, is having loads of meets, is having loads of autographs, is going on holidays. You know, it's like, it's so fucking frustrating. And you're like, why can no one see this? And there's never any reciprocation back. There's a number of people that do this, that I've seen do this. There's a lot of people in the movie community, so I'm hoping that, you know, it's quite wide and I'm not narrowing anyone down, because it just really does my head in. It's somehow like people drop hints to get other people to buy them things. They go places with no money, so other people have to pay for them. They stand there with a big long face so that people feel, oh, well, I couldn't afford it. And then they're buying, oh, the new edition of this is out and it costs 25, 30 quid. It's like, well, you could have spent that when you went here and not had that person pay for you. And the people that are like buying the stuff, and it just don't seem to notice. And like I say, now and again, it's not a big issue. Friends treat friends, and that's normal. But I mean, when you can see somebody's ripping the arse out of other people, it's just, it infuriates me to the point that I find it really hard not to say anything, which is why I'm not going to say anything apart from here. But this is a trusted space. Not many people, as I've said plenty of times, watch this. And at the minute, I'm watching people being ripped off left, right, and centre in the film community by people pleading poverty while they save for big things that they want that cost a lot of money, things I would love, experiences I would love to have. And you're saying sour grapes, Lisa? No, not at all. But I cannot even imagine saying, I want to go to this place and I want to meet this person and I want to have this edition of this movie and I want to, you know, do all these things, but I can't because I can't afford it. I've got no money. And then you find out that the person has treated themselves to something really fucking lavish. I mean, really lavish. We're talking a lot of money lavish. And you're watching these poor buggers buying all this shit. And it's like, oh my God. But you're going, it's none of your business, Lisa. Move on, move along. You know, if they want to buy it, let them buy it. Boils my piss. But I'm watching people that I think a lot of being taken for granted and used. And they just can't fucking see it. It's really annoying. And it's why I always feel really uncomfortable when people buy me anything, because I can't afford to reciprocate that. I can't afford to go out and treat people to things and, oh, there's that person would really like that, I'll pick it up for them. Some people can afford to do that, and that's great and that's lovely. And I watch in the community all the time people saying, oh, I saw this and I knew this person would like it, so I picked them up. But it's a two-way street, you know what I mean? That other person will pick them something up sometime, you know. But then you get people that are just being bought things over and over and over and over again by all these different people, and not once do they ever reciprocate anything. And it's the fact that they say they can't afford these things. Other people pay for them, and then, oh, look what I've got, look where I'm going, look what I'm doing, and it's like, fucking hell. It really irritates me. It shouldn't, because it's none of my fucking business, but it does. So yep, there you go. There's my pet peeve for the evening. So I had to get it out. Well, Darren already listened to me, but he didn't give a shit. So he's like, yeah, and you can tell he's just switched off. But he's very much, that person's just vile. They're clearly fucking vile. But I'm like, no, because everyone seems to really like these people. What? Why can't nobody see? And I can never get my head around. You know, there's a thing in Ireland, I don't know if it's the case anywhere else. Actually, it is, because I remember Darren telling me this in the north of England. This is a thing. People buy rounds in bars. They go in and they'll buy drinks for the group. In Ireland, if you're drinking soft drinks, people won't let you buy a round for the group. I still do anyway, but there's certain people that will sit and drink all the free drinks, and then when it gets close to their time for a round, they'll fuck off, they'll leave, so they don't have to, and that's massively frowned upon here. And I know Darren said there was a guy who used to go to the football with him, and when they went in as a group of mates, he would always fuck off to the toilet the minute they got into the different bars, because I'd go to a few different bars. And one of the times, one of Darren's mates pulled him by his collar, like his shirt collar, and goes, "No, fuck, it's your fucking round. Get to that fucking bar." But it's like that. It's the same thing. It's a sense of fairness. It's a sense of, don't take the rip out of people. You know, don't be having other people spend their hard-earned money, buy you things you can afford to buy yourself, but you're saying that you can't afford. You know, that fucking irritates me. Anyway, I had to get that out because it's really fucking doing my head in. Yeah. Right, it's out now. I can go and watch some shite YouTube before I go to sleep. I might switch you on tomorrow if there's anything else to tell you. If there's not, I won't. So just in case I don't switch you on tomorrow, thank you for watching this week. I should be back next week with something or other, no doubt. So thank you for watching Lisa's Vlogs.